Welcome back. The big business of the cloud. SAP announcing yesterday it closed an $8 billion acquisition of Qualtrics, a survey software company. Joining me right now in a Fox Business exclusive is the CEO of SAP, Bill McDermott. And Bill, it's always a pleasure. Good to see you.
Thank you, Maria.
Tell us what's so special about Qualtrics and why this acquisition now. Where does it take SAP?
There's a huge trust deficit in the economy. So customers aren't necessarily getting what they paid for, which is why there's a 1.6 trillion deficit in customers that defect from companies that are out there in the marketplace today. So how do you keep a loyal customer? Today's systems create operating data. You know your customer, you know your people, you know your suppliers. But we need to know what our consumer is saying in real time, in the moment. That's sentiment analysis. Qualtrics is the #1 experience management company in the world. So now, if you're a CEO, your customers will love your products. In fact, they'll be obsessed with them. And your brand will become a religion because every employee is an ambassador that's connected inextricably to the customer experience. That's Qualtrics.
So what does it do? I mean, how will I see a difference as a customer?
So if you're a customer of SAP, now you have all the experience data. I call this X data of all the consumers that are experiencing your product and your brand. You combine that with the O data, which is all the operational data of how you run your company, from your demand all the way through to your supply. You know everything. If you take X plus O, you have the winning formula. So X and O.
Yeah, I love it.
SAP
Hugs and kisses.
and Qualtrics.
Congratulations, Bill.
Thank you.
Let me ask you about the environment, the backdrop. I know you're reporting earnings next week, so you're going to be guarded in terms of what you can say. But in terms of the broad environment, we've been hearing a lot about a global slowdown. You're the largest company in Europe, the largest technology company in Europe. And, of course, we've got lots of messiness going on in Europe, from Brexit to Italy, et cetera. What are you seeing in Europe and across the world?
We have a very strong business, so there is absolutely no signs in our business that there is this global slowdown. And because we serve the best-run businesses in the world, we're usually an early indicator of what's going on out there. So we see a very optimistic future, and our pipelines and our business model has not changed one iota. So I think that there is this disjoint between kind of the consumer companies and the consumer world and the enterprise, because enterprise companies have to keep up with modern technologies and modern platforms to stay competitive. We're in the pole position as the #1 business software company in the world, and I think that leadership position is serving us very well.
You've been repositioning the product line. You've got Oracle nipping at your heels, Microsoft over here. How do you change the product line or do the shifting that you've been doing to differentiate, to stay on top like that?
77% of the world's transactions run through an SAP system. So we manage everything from the customer relationship to how you manage your people to how you build great products and how you ship on time and deliver. Now we have experience management, which is the ultimate touch point for customers, and we put it all in the cloud. So you can be nimble, you can be agile, you can upgrade quickly, you don't need a whole lot of resources to maintain these systems, and we're moving faster than anyone in 25 industries in 193 countries around the world. So where did we leave them in the dust? We basically out-innovated everybody in terms of how you run your business better. Now the idea is how you create an unbelievable human experience so you inspire your people to take care of your customer and create a loyalty effect that's unlike any other company in the industry. That's what we do. And I think it's really important that you focus on the business of your customer and stay obsessed with that and not get caught up in a lot of tech jargon. That's why I'm glad we're the business software market leader.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because there is a lot of tech jargon out there. Explain the upgraded S/4HANA.
S/4HANA is now the system from the demand signal of your consumer in any channel, including e-commerce. We know your consumer. We align the product in the proper configuration at the proper price based on the customer's history and all the loyalty that they should earn from their business with you. We ship. We take care of the whole supply chain so you get what you want at the price you procured for any place in real time in the world. That whole value chain is SAP. S/4HANA is now in a cloud, so you can run your entire company from end to end on top of SAP's S/4HANA platform in the cloud. Game change. But again, I go back to, that's all the operational data and all the operational processes. Now, if you can add experiences to this with Qualtrics, you've got an unbeatable competitive advantage. So I'm signing up customers left and right on this idea in Davos, because this has been the #1 thing that businesses have forgotten. You have to have the experience under control with your consumer, and it has to be real-time sentiment analysis. So just think, it's 5 times more expensive to get a new customer than keep the one you have. Don't you want to know how they're doing?
Some companies want to do their, some business with SAP, smaller business with somebody else. How do you get the market share where you take all of that business to SAP?
The smartest CEOs know the power of integration. When you integrate your business processes on an end-to-end basis and you have full visibility on what's happening, you're running a solid company.